Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we just want to go to the beach, or maybe we just want to go have a nice brunch with our family and friends. And sometimes we just want to spend a day on the lake. In today's video, we're going to be looking inside of a beautiful model home in a new community here in Winter Garden, Florida. A place that gives you easy access to Florida's finest features. Let's go take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Renzo and I'm the host of this blessing of a channel. And today, my friends, we're in a beautiful new construction community by D.R. Horton here in Winter Garden, Florida. The reason why we're here is this community has so many beautiful things to offer just because of the location. First and foremost, we're gonna have Lake Apopka right behind us, right next to us, and you're gonna have a boat ramp that you can get onto. So if you're somebody that has a boat, likes to go on a lake, this is gonna be perfect for you. Also, this community is less than 3 minutes away from the Florida Turnpike. So you're gonna have easy access to get to Ocala. You're gonna be able to get to Gainesville. You're gonna be able to get out of Florida if you'd like to within 2.5 to 3 hours. Ocala is gonna be only 40 minutes from this location, the World Equestrian Center. Ocala is mainly known as the horse capital of the world. So if you're into the equestrian scene or interested in knowing more about it, we have Ocala right over there. Now, we also have Clermont only 10 minutes away. We have downtown Orlando 25 minutes away, where you're gonna have the Amway Center. You're also gonna have the Orlando City soccer team. Go Lions. We're getting better year by year from the time we got in the MLS to the point where we are now. Every year it's just kind of gradual progress. So it's good to see. The Orlando Magic, you know, I don't really have much to say, but anyways, downtown Orlando is a beautiful place. You're really gonna have a lot of boutique restaurants, a lot of skyscrapers. It's gonna give you that really nice metropolitan downtown feel. Also, you're gonna have the Orlando International Airport, only 30 minutes away from here. And one of the most important things that Florida and Central Florida is known for is Disney and the parks and attractions. That's only 30 minutes away from here, my friends. So if you wanna go visit Disney, if your kids love Disney, this might be a perfect location that kind of gives you the best of both worlds. Now, if we're talking about beaches, we're gonna have New Smyrna Beach, which is my personal and honestly my favorite beach in all of Florida. I truly think it's the best one just because it gives you that small beach town vibe that, you know, you're walking down the street, you got surfers, you got surf shops, you got ice cream subs, whatever it is, seafood, the whole thing. It just gives you that really, really good vibe. The water's really clean and everybody's just enjoying themselves and super happy. It's hard not to be when you're here in Florida. So that's gonna be about an hour to an hour and a half depending on traffic. Daytona Beach is right around the corner from New Smyrna. Cocoa Beach is gonna be around an hour and a half to hour 45 minutes. If you wanna hit the west coast of Florida, you have Clearwater Beach, which will be an hour and 45 minutes away. So safe to say, I feel like whenever you're in Florida, any given point, you're an hour to an hour and a half from any beach. So that's the cool thing about Florida. You're always close to the water, which is just gives you a lot of opportunity to do things. So with that being said, closer to here, we're also gonna have a lot of shopping centers. We're gonna have our Chipotles, our Targets, our Walmarts, our Lowe's, our Home Depots. Everything you can imagine is only gonna be 5 to 10 minutes away from this specific location. And what I really love about this community is, you know, typically with some D.R. Horton homes, with express communities, with even preferred communities, you're gonna have really tiny lots. The cool thing here is you're gonna have a minimum of a 1/4 acre. And then these lots that you see behind me here, these are gonna be lakefront lots overlooking Lake Apopka Sound. They have about 15 of them available, but these are gonna be over a 1/4 of an acre. So you're gonna have plenty of space to build a pool as well. Something absolutely beautiful. Now, today, my friends, we're gonna be looking at a beautiful model called the Robinson model. This is gonna boast 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a 3-car garage, and 2,108 square feet. It's gonna come with very nice finishes, and they currently have 3 available that they're building and are gonna be ready within the next 2 to 4 months. With that being said, my friends, at the end of this video, I wanna make sure I leave everything on the plate for you guys. I'm gonna tell you the price, the finances, the taxes, the HOA, what comes with the HOA, and also what are the community incentives, what does insurance look like, also what does a down payment look like if you're looking to purchase this as a primary, maybe you're looking at investments here in Florida. So I'm gonna break down all the finances for you. So if you're interested in really knowing how the finances in real estate work, make sure to stay till the end of the video. And also, if there are any returning viewers, I'll be talking to you guys a little bit about some other stuff that, you know, is gonna be important for you guys as returning viewers. So with that being said, let's go ahead, take a look at this beautiful house. Let's get it. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in front of this beautiful model home. Now, one thing I want you to notice here, this is a sales center. They're using the 3-car garage right now as a sales center. So typically right here, just try and picture a little bit of concrete coming up to the garage. So here we are. What I really like about this specific floor plan is that you're gonna have this front patio space. So if you're somebody you like to wake up, have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, write down some notes for what you're gonna accomplish in the day, read a book, whatever it is, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. You can sit down, enjoy the beautiful mornings here in Florida, which are typically gonna be around, 70 to 75 degrees with a nice breeze. It typically gets hotter from 11 o'clock, 11:30, all the way to 5, 6 o'clock. In the evenings, it gets back down to the low 80s, high 70s. But typically in the morning, you're gonna have the best weather. So let's go ahead, step inside, see what we got. Now, stepping into this home, we're gonna have the foyer area that's gonna take us directly into the living room if we go all the way down, and each section is gonna have subsections of the home. One quick thing I want you to notice is we're gonna have the nice subway tile here in the living spaces and all the wet areas. The only places that you're gonna find carpet are gonna be in the bedrooms. Right in here, you're gonna have tray ceilings, come with area where you can put a light fixture or an LED light. And as we're stepping in, I wanna show you this area right over here first because it's really important. So, my thinking on this model is more than just, hey, this is a home, this is just a nice property. My thinking is this can also be a type of in-law suite. This is the garage door, so you can come into the garage. You're already here in this kind of flex area. You're gonna have a full bathroom right over here with a walk-in shower. And also you're gonna have your full bedroom right over here. As you can see, this is already decorated and staged to give you an idea of the possibilities and opportunities with these rooms. Here you can see it's turned into an office, but this is perfect if you have somebody, maybe you want them to have an extra side to the room. This is absolutely perfect. You're gonna have a nice window as well, overlooking the west side of the property. You're gonna have your nice closet space right over here. So this is gonna be your bedroom. You're gonna be able to walk out. You're gonna have your private bathroom. And here's gonna be the entrance into the garage. So maybe even wanna rent it out, have another tenant, they park in the garage and they just come in this area. What I would recommend is put like a barn door right here, lock it up from this side so they can't even come into this side of the house. So they can live over here. If you really wanna get crafty, maybe you take out the carpet, put a little kitchenette in there with maybe with just a little microwave and a cooktop, a little mini fridge. It's perfect and it works. People will rent it out. Anyways, we're gonna step right across the hall and we're gonna have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Stepping into this very first bedroom, we're gonna transition from the tile into the cozy carpet. Here you're gonna find 2 beautiful windows facing the north side of the property and the patio space. Natural light is important for you. You're definitely gonna get it in this specific bedroom in heavy amounts. You're gonna have a nice closet over here. And now stepping outside, we're gonna have this bathroom that is kind of gonna be separating the 2 bedrooms on this corner of the home. You're gonna have this nice space. I believe this was kind of integrated. There should be cabinet space, but this was integrated for this model home. But it might look a little bit different if you're looking at the real thing. Anyways, you're gonna have your toilet. You're gonna have a shower in here as well, more cabinet space, and you're also gonna have a little linen closet. Over here, we're stepping into the next bedroom. Just to give you a perspective, this is a queen size bed right here. You're gonna have a nice window overlooking the east side of the property. And that is it for here. So now let's get back outside. Now getting back into the foyer, right over here, we're gonna have our laundry room. which is you're gonna be able to put your washer, your dryer, you have your space right over here to rack your soap and shampoo and all that good stuff. And now we step back out and we get into the living space, my friends. When you step in here, it really gives you that just relaxed ambiance. The most incredible thing about this home is you're gonna have so many windows and so much natural light coming in here. Just to count, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not including the glass door, so 7 windows, bringing in tons of natural light into this home. Over here, we're gonna have the kitchen space with this massive island, granite countertop, double sink, extra kind of bar area, shaker cabinets, beautiful ceramic backsplash. Here's gonna be your pantry, stove, microwave, dishwasher, refrigerator. As you can see here, it says refrigerator not included, but if you ask me, that's a bunch of BS, because that's exactly what a realtor is here for. You know, I know D.R. Horton has a lot of appliances in their, you know, warehouses and everywhere. So a realtor's job is not only just go show you properties, it's also to actually negotiate you the very best deal. So I'm pretty confident, and most of my past clients has been able to get extra appliances, including washer and dryers, refrigerators. So if that's something important to you, you're not bringing one from your specific house or whatever it is, I'm here to try and help negotiate stuff like that. And that's what any realtor should be here to do. Right over here next to the kitchen, we're gonna have the dining area, my friends. This table right now is seating 6 people, but you could easily get one that sits 8, maybe even 10. What I love is you're gonna have these 2 nice windows overlooking the south side of the home, you know, so the back property. So if maybe you have kids, you have family, and they're playing in the backyard, they're in the pool, whatever it is, you know, this is perfect. You can keep an eye on them, make sure everything's going okay while you're working or eating or whatever it is. This is gonna be the entrance to your back patio that we're gonna look in at a little bit later. Stepping over here, we're gonna have our living space, my friends. As you can see, they kind of arranged it in a really pretty way. You got your couch over here, nice chair. A lot of natural light coming in here, TV setup. So if you ask me, this is just a really cozy environment. This is gonna be perfect if you wanna watch the game, if you wanna relax, if you wanna watch UFC fights on a Saturday night, if you wanna watch the World Cup, soccer, MLS, NFL, MLB, whatever it is you guys enjoy watching. If you like UFC, give me a call. We can chat about, especially this past pay-per-view, UFC 291. I'm so freaking upset that Dustin Poirier got knocked out. I didn't see it. He hasn't been knocked out in a long time. I think Michael Johnson was the last person to knock him out, and it was just sad to see. But anyways, Dustin, if you're hearing this, I love you, man. Anyways, now we're gonna step all the way back over here and get into the primary bedroom. Now stepping into the primary bedroom, kind of transitioning from the subway tile back into the cozy carpet. Beautiful primary bedroom with the tray ceilings, nice LED light in the very middle. But honestly, you don't need that LED light because you got 2 windows on the south side of the home, bringing in a lot of natural light. Over here, we're stepping into the master bath. Here's gonna be your double vanity, shaker cabinets down below, nice mirror, light fixtures above. Over here, we're gonna find our walk-in shower with nice ceramic tile. What I like is you also have your walk-in shower, and then you can also get into your tub. You're gonna have this beautiful big window. And if you can kind of like, if this model will sell probably in about 6 months to a year, hopefully. But if you could just look at this view real quick, just look at this view that we have from this bathroom. We can actually see Lake Apopka from the bathroom. It's absolutely incredible. And something you would really dream of. Anyways, right over here, we're gonna have our private toilet space. And over here, we're gonna step into our extended closet. It's gonna give you a good amount of space to rack your clothes, maybe put some dressers, drawers, hang your shoes. But anyways, we'll give you a good amount of space to do all those accessories. Now let's go take a look at the lot, give you an idea and perspective on what the land will look like. So stepping out here to the back patio, man, it does get a little warm. It's like 4 o'clock here in Florida right now. We have had a hot few couple of days, perfect for the beach, perfect if you want to go to the springs, perfect if you want to go on the lake. Maybe not so perfect if you're in a suit. But anyways, here we are in the back patio, covered lanai, very beautiful. Do have options to screen it in if that's something that interests you, but you have a really good space here. So all in all, this is a beautiful space. Also, the landscaping is gonna come all the way through this side of the house as well. Now, stepping onto the land, we're gonna have a minimum of a 1/4 acre. And to give you a real life perspective, my friends, you know, you're gonna have this good space with each home. So a 1/4 acre is definitely gonna give you a lot of space in your backyard. Also, depending on the floor plan that you have, if you have a 2-story floor plan, it's a lot more square footage, but it's layered on 2 levels, so it's actually gonna be a shorter. If you have a 1-story home that's big square footage, it'll be longer, so it cuts off room from your backyard. Either way, whatever lot you pick, you're gonna be able to build a pool. So if that's important for you, you can definitely have that accessory here in this community. This is all gonna be public water, public sewer. The house is concrete block and stucco, and I think one of the most important things to mention about D.R. Horton and why I believe they're a good quality builder is if you have a 2-story home with D.R. Horton, they're probably the only builder in Florida right now that I can think of that do both stories of a home, if it is a 2-story home, with concrete block. So typically most builders, to save money, are gonna do 1st floor concrete block, 2nd floor wood frame. D.R. Horton doesn't do any of that. Both floors are concrete block. We're in Florida, we have winds, we have storms, we have hurricanes. Just gives you a little extra more security when getting into a house, especially if you're not accommodated with hurricanes and stuff like that. But anyway, speaking on hurricanes, we are here in Central Florida. We are here in an area closer to Clermont, closer to where we kind of have elevation. So to tell you the truth, I've lived in Orlando my whole life, 26 years, and I've experienced every hurricane that's came through here. Never had any issues. The worst that's happened was Hurricane Charlie, and we didn't have power for 48 hours. And that was back in like 06, 07, 08, maybe, something like that. But anyways, to tell you the truth, none of these hurricanes have affected me. I just bought a new construction townhome in Orlando. I'm gonna buy something in Ocala pretty soon. And if I'm in Central Florida, if I'm not on the water or within 5 to 10 miles of the water, I'm not stressing. I'm just like, okay, it's a day off, everybody's relaxing. Let me cuddle down, read a book, have a good time, really. But as you live in Florida more and more, you'll be like, all right, cool, a hurricane's coming, let's go, I'm excited. Unless you're on the coast. Sorry to anybody on the coast. So anyways, I wanna show you something real quick. And those are some homes that they're currently building right now. And I want you to look at all the backyard they're gonna have. That goes all the way to the tarp. So that's a huge backyard space that you're gonna have. Then if we look back over here, we're gonna have Lake Apopka, my friends. So anyways, this is the grand tour of this beautiful property. Please let me know what you think. But now let's get back inside, give you all the finances, all the numbers, and the special messages. Let's go. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the very end of the tour, and so far, I really hope you've enjoyed this tour. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into all the details you need to know about this property and also this community. We're really just gonna get heart to heart here. I'm feeling kind of fun today, so I'm just gonna share whatever's on my mind. With that being said, so the price of this property is currently $575,000. They have 3 of them available. 2 of them are at $575,000. 1 of them's at $589,000. All depends on lot, build. Sometimes they have setbacks and cost a little more. Whatever it is, we'll be able to ask sales manager and builders exactly why there is a price difference, but it's typically always gonna be lot preferences, certain finishes, certain upgrades. Some homes might come with appliances already in certain things, but typically when there's a price variation of over 10, 15, 20,000, it's because of the lot. So with that being said, the taxes on this property are estimated to be around $5,000 to $6,000 per year. And that is also before doing any homestead tax exemption. So if you are somebody moving to Florida or thinking about moving to Florida, once you move here, you live here, you're a resident of Florida, you can apply for something that's called Florida homestead tax exemption. And essentially what it does is it can deduct up to $50,000 off the taxable value of your income. So essentially, instead of paying $575,000 in property taxes, you'll pay $525,000 in property taxes. Also, if you are maybe looking to retire to Florida, We have no state income tax here, so your pensions, your 401ks, your social security, you're not gonna have any of those taxed by the state. So keeps a little more money in your pocket, and it's a good little feature. It's a good plus being here in Florida. And I think that's why so many people are interested moving to Florida with all the tax benefits. Then we're also gonna have a $70 HOA. You know, I went into the sales office, I'm like, okay, so, you know, I drove around the community, looks cool. You know, they upkeep the grass, the common areas. You have the nice lake views, but this doesn't really come with any amenities. It's kind of more just for security, maintaining the common areas and making sure that, you know, people are staying up to code with their homes, and just making sure, you know, people aren't building a 3-story home in their backyard and doing anything crazy. So yeah, with that being said, you know, it's kind of more just kind of keep the structure of the community alive. Very kind of low maintenance friendly HOA, 70 bucks a month. When there are no amenities like that, it typically is never really going to go up, maybe $5-10 bucks every, you know, 4 to 5 years. So with that being said, the incentives in this community, they're offering up to $10,000 to $15,000 in closing costs, and they're also doing some certain special interest rate buy down. So if you're qualifying with a conventional loan, you're going to be able to get, you know, maybe a 5.75 or 6% interest rate on specific homes. Right now, the feds just announced that they're going to be increasing interest rates a little bit more. So I do not know if they're going to keep these alive in the next month or two. Typically when they have it, hey, homes closing by August, you know, we'll give this incentive, or homes closing by September, we'll give this incentive. Right now, we're at the very end of ever seeing, you know, that 5.5 or 6% interest rate. So they do have one that's available with the interest rate, but I'm not sure if we're gonna see it again. Maybe we'll see 6.25, maybe we'll see 6.5, but I think 6.25 is really what to expect in the future, with some interest rate buy down incentives from not just D.R. Horton, but other builders as well. With that being said, you know, now you have the numbers on the property. You know, this is priced at $575. It's a beautiful community. They opened up 11 months ago, and they've already sold almost 70% of the community, which is incredibly rare. There are 119 homes, so we'll just call it like 85 homes that have already been sold in 11 months. It's ridiculously fast, you know, for any community. Doesn't matter if you're the best builder in the world, that's very impressive. With that being said, you know, kind of cool, kind of good to hear. It's a very desirable area, and yes. Now, you have the pricing. Now let's talk about what a down payment would look like. I'm not even gonna talk about FHA loans right now, because FHA has a maximum loan limit of $430,000. So you would have to put down $145,000 to get approved with an FHA loan, but it makes no sense because you're gonna be paying private mortgage insurance with an FHA loan. If you put that much down, you wouldn't have to with a conventional loan. Private mortgage insurance is typically around, on a property like this, maybe $150 to $200 per month extra on your monthly payment. So going conventional and putting, you know, 20% down, it's gonna save you money on your monthly payment by 200 bucks. Now, what does 20% down look like on a property like this? $115,000, my friend. So $115,000 is what the down payment's gonna look like. If you're maybe looking for doing the minimum down payment that you can, if you're gonna be purchasing this as a primary residence, that's where you're gonna be looking to get first-time home buyer or primary residence conventional loan, and you can purchase this house with only 5% down. So let's do 575, 5%. You could get into this house with $28,750, my friends. Closing costs, honestly, probably most, if not all of your closing costs covered by D.R. Horton. And if there is anything left over, especially with new builds with D.R. Horton, I always give a guarantee like, hey, you're not paying any closing costs. I'm either gonna negotiate it for you, either I'm gonna negotiate you some appliances, a refrigerator, maybe a screened-in lanai, maybe certain other things, but I'm gonna do my best to at least get you guys a little bit more than what they're offering. I'm here to fight for every single one of my clients, so is my team. Glenda, Jose, Maria Camila, those are my 3 assistants right now that have absolutely love you guys. I also have my real estate team. I have Andrew Sweet, who's an expert in the Winter Garden area. He's also an expert in Horizon West and a lot of the Central Florida area. John Paul Gutierrez really knows all the different places. He works really well with investments. So if there are any investors out there looking maybe for fix and flips, maybe looking for investment properties, you know, we can set you up with our agent JP. And then we have Roger Brito. He works with builders. He used to work with all the builders delivering materials, and he knows every single community in Central Florida. So I made sure to pick some of the top agents to work specifically with our team to make sure you guys have the very best service. With that being said, también yo hablo español. El sangre que yo tengo italiano y de Venezuela. So si tenemos algunos latinos o hispanos ahí, nosotros siempre estamos aquí a ayudar también, a apoyar, a ayudar, a pelear, a hacer todo lo que podemos hacer para ustedes. También tenemos el otro agente, Roger Brito, que habla súper bien español, él es de Venezuela. Y sí, tenemos mucha diversidad en este equipo también. So with that being said, for anybody who doesn't speak Spanish, I just kind of explain to everybody that, you know, we also have a team integrated that speaks Spanish for any Latin folks that, you know, are looking to purchase as well. We're able to accommodate, and we also have our assistants Jose and Maria Camila that speak Spanish as well. With that being said, you know, I also want to give a message out to all the VA and veterans out here. I also want to give a message to all the VA veterans, and also, you know, even the active service military, you know, the first responders, doctors, policemen, firefighters. You know, I really appreciate you guys so much. You know, especially, you know, the first responders, you keep our society intact. You guys, you know, deal with all the crap that happens in, you know, the day-to-day, just so average folks like me can come to a video without realizing what craziness is going on in our society and, you know, on the streets and whatever it is. So, you know, I appreciate you guys giving tranquility to the city, to the county, to the area, to the people we live with. And you know, you guys make great sacrifices, and also to the veterans and to the veterans and active service military. You know, you guys even on a bigger scale protect our country and, you know, sacrifice a lot. And I appreciate you guys, and I don't take anything for granted. You know, my grandfather was in the Italian Air Force. He was a pilot in the Italian Air Force. You know, I've always loved flying, and maybe that's why. But, you know, I remember growing up with my grandfather and spending time with him in Italy. And he used to tell me, you know, a few stories, not too much, but I was always in awe of his bravery more than anything. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys. For any veterans out there, you know, even first responders, we have a few different loan programs as well for you guys. So VA, you can utilize a VA loan. Essentially, you can buy a house with zero money down. You don't have to put any down payment. You can finance the whole thing. And then on my part, you know, for any veterans out there, I can give you a guarantee you won't pay anything in closing costs. I'm gonna negotiate that the sellers pay all your closing costs. If there is any difference, then I will cover the difference with my commission. No problem at all, to make sure you can get into a house with $0, finance 100% of it. You know, that's a guarantee I can give you guys. For all the first responders, you can utilize the Hometown Heroes program that can give you up to $20,000 in down payment and closing cost assistance. So essentially, you guys as well, it's almost better to do it if you're looking for a resale home with Hometown Heroes, because you can use it as a down payment, and then I can negotiate closing costs from the sellers. But when you work with builders, you can use the down payment, but typically they won't give you the closing cost incentives as well. So they won't do the double whammy. But with resale homes, I can negotiate closing costs on the side, and you get the Hometown Heroes program, which is cool. So guys, please keep into consideration everything I told you. I hope this information was valuable for you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, enjoyed the content we're producing for you guys. I promise you, I'm working hard every single day to see how we can bring more value to you guys. So also, if you have any suggestions, any areas, any questions, please let me know in the comments. You know, I'm here for you guys to make sure we're the best real estate group and YouTubers giving you the best value. So if there's anything we're missing, please let us know, and we'd be happy to adapt and help you guys out, just so you have the best information and really understand how real estate works. So when you do go look to purchase a home, you're like, hey, I watch Renzo's videos, I'm good, I feel confident. I probably know more than 90% of the realtors here in Central Florida. But yeah, also insurance, very important. Insurance here in Central Florida, I'm sure you guys have probably heard of all these insurance nightmares, but when you're hearing about that, that's typically in South Florida and places near the coast, where you're seeing insurance premiums for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 per year, and it's typically because you're further south in the hurricane belt, where hurricanes tend to hit south to south Central Florida. Here in this kind of further north Central Florida area, insurance on a property like this might be around $1,500 per year, just because this is a big one. In Ocala, you know, a new construction home with 2,000 square feet, you know, I'm getting insurance prices for $800 per year, $700 per year. I had someone with a 1,500 square foot home, 3-bed, 2-bath, for $250,000, got a quote for $450 per year, because it's safe. It's safe over here in Central Florida. Hurricanes is something that worries you. Give us a call. I'd love to explain it to you guys. You know, the news is out there to scare everybody. The news is out there to push an agenda that isn't good for us, to instill fear in us. So the decisions we make are fear-based and not, you know, based off the natural intuition that God gave us. So yeah, don't watch the news, please. It's good to be informed, but don't let it affect your emotions. Don't let it affect your decisions, please. And don't let it affect, you know, any way you feel. because then that's when, you know, they have control over us, the people. And I promise you, we're gonna see it more and more as time goes on, but there's a lot more strength with the people of God than anything else. You know, I'm not here to get religious. Can't really say I'm the most religious man and identify with one specific religion, but I do see God's beauty everywhere I go, especially in these weird and dark days. You know, it's kind of impossible not to see, you know, his beauty and his strength, and you know, how even these hard times, you know, we can really dig deep into who we are and see what he's doing for us. So yeah, you know, don't want to get too much into it, but I appreciate you guys all. That was kind of just a little special message I had. Just, you know, don't allow fear to control your emotions, and that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you do like this content, you know, make sure to go back to some other videos. I talk about some fun stuff. I show some cool houses. I show a lot of different areas. Make sure to look at some past videos, and I promise you'll be happy. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.